Okay, guys, let's talk about some verses in the Bible today from Exodus 15:22 to 26. So let's talk about Moses, who has just led the people of Israel through the Red Sea, and now they are traveling through the desert. If you know about a desert, you know that that is a place where it is very warm and very hot, and there's not much water. So they come to a place called Marah. So let's talk about this story. From the Red Sea, the Israelites march across the desert. But after days of travel, they forget what God has done for them, and they begin to complain. I'm thirsty. 3 days and no water in sight? At last, they find a spring. But it's bitter. We can't drink this. We'll die of thirst. But the people complain to Moses while he is sitting as a judge. Moses prays to God for help, and God points out a nearby branch. Moses throws it into the spring. Now, taste the water and know the power of God. It's clean now. God has saved us again. Now I know God is guiding Moses. So, at that time, the Lord made a regulation and a ruling there, and he tested them. The Lord said, if you are careful to obey the Lord your God, do what God thinks is right, pay attention to his commandments, and keep all of his regulations, then I won't bring on you any of the diseases that I brought on the Egyptians. I am the Lord who heals you. So let's just talk about a couple of words there. The word regulation and ruling and commandments. What are those things? Well, those are all words that describe things that God has asked his people to do. Just like when your parents ask you not to do something and you do it anyways, that's breaking a rule or a regulation. Or if your parents ask you to do something, but you don't do it. So it's like breaking one of God's commandments. It's like breaking a commandment that your parents gave you. And so God is telling his people to trust him. God is asking his people to obey him, to listen to him, just like your parents ask you to do.
Created using Powtoon.